everyone, and welcome back to Retrospectreviews. And in this episode I'm going to show you the games that I've picked up in the month of March. So I'm not in this video I'm not going to do it in the order of location. I'm going to do it in just the order of the systems. I got like all the PS3 games I picked up, all the PS2 games I picked up, and so forth. So in this time we're going to start with the PS3 games. First up is the iPad. You do need the PlayStation iToy or iCamera. I do have a PS2 iCamera. I'm going to try it on the PS3. I don't know if that's going to work or not, but I'll keep an eye out for a camera. This is in pretty good condition. It does have obviously the disc, the manual, and this pad I think is to help focus the camera.
Just give her a bit.
So up next is Alien vs Predator. Haven't played on the PS3. Last time I played an Aliens game was on the Amiga 500, I think. So looking forward to that. Also in the Alien category I picked up Aliens Isolation. So I'm looking forward to playing this. I've heard good things about this, so can't wait to try it out. So this next game I actually bought off eBay, picked it up for $5, and that is Binary Domain. So the guy who sold this, he apparently purchased it, put it on his shelf, and never got around to playing it. So it was practically brand new, never used before. It was still sealed, and I've just unsealed it to have a look at it. So Binary Domain. Right, the next good find that I found for the PS3 was Little Big Planet. So I've heard good things about this, people raving about it. Looking forward to playing it. Haven't had the chance yet, so might have to get in and play this up with the crowd, I guess. Another game that I picked up that was popular when it first came out is Saints Row 4. I never really got into the Saints Row games or the Grand Theft Auto games. Watched plenty of reviews on it, watched a lot of gameplay. Looks hilarious. I just don't know if I've got the time commitment for one of these games. But maybe when I've got some holidays I might get in and play them. And lastly on the PS3, if you've been following my videos, you've probably heard that I'm not that keen on Mortal Kombat. I'll leave a link to a video that explains a bit more why I'm not that fond of Mortal Kombat. That was on what I have on my N64 games. But I did pick up Mortal Kombat for the PS3. Okay, so let's move on to the PS2 pickups. As always, tons of PS2 games to choose from. Could have got a lot more, but I've started to be a bit more selective because my PS2 collection is getting quite large and running out of room. I've only got a small game room and I'm starting to have to pack these up and store them. So I've been just going for things that I thought were a bit unusual or a bit rare or I actually enjoy playing. So the first one I picked up was Go Diego Go Safari Rescue. I've been picking up the Dora the Explorer ones and I just thought for $2 I might just grab this one just to put with the set, I guess. So I've been picking up the SingStar PS2 games, and this time I picked up SingStar Legends. I also picked up SingStar Legends. I got this one. It has some of the classic songs, so I thought I'd pick this one up. Along with that, I also couldn't pass up SingStar ABBA. So might have a bit of a SingStar party one day and try some of these out. Another great find that I found and was only $2 was Theme Park for the PS2. Pretty hard to find these days. I did also pick it up on the PC, which I'll show you in a minute. I also got Getaway Black Monday for the PS2. I don't have the first one, so hopefully I'll pick up the first one just to complete the set. I also picked up another Dragon Ball Z game. I have picked up the first one of this, so this is the sequel. Unfortunately the manual's missing, so hopefully I'll pick that up down the track. So lastly on the PS2 is Virtua Fighter 4. I actually got the case for free and the manual. There was no disc in it, but I did find a copy on eBay for $7, and I thought that was a pretty good deal, so I got to complete this whole set. So let's move on to what I picked up for the Xbox 360. Not a lot of the games that I did spot for the Xbox 360, either the disc was missing, or I had already picked that game up, and I'm trying not to pick up doubles unless it's in better condition than what I've already got. So the first game I picked up was Time Shift. I believe this is a first-person shooter again. Yeah, it seems to be a lot of first-person shooters on the Xbox 360, so they looked interesting, so I might give that a go. And lastly, the only other Xbox 360 game I picked up was Borderlands Game of the Year Edition. Has the manual and both discs, and it was in pretty good shape. So now I'm going to move on to the original Xbox. These are a bit of hit and miss when I go to thrift stores or other recyclables places, and and the condition's getting a little bit worse, but when you do see them in good condition, it's a bit hard to pass up. So the first game I picked up was Richard Burns Rally, pretty much like brand new. So it was a bit hard to pass this one up. Next I picked up Juice. I do have the Juice 2 on a number of other formats. I have it on I think I've got it on PS2, I've got it on the PSP and the Nintendo DS, and now I've got it on the original Xbox. Next up is SWAT Global Strike. Cover's in a bit of rough condition, but overall not too bad. And lastly, as anyone following my videos knows, I've got a small collection of Tiger Wood games, and why not get it for the Xbox, the original Xbox. But for $2 I thought, why not? Yeah, might as well keep the collection going. Okay, up next is something that I picked up from one of my cousins, and that's a box for the PSP. He saw that I picked up 3 PSPs. He found that box, he must have had it in storage, and he had a game that he had lying around as well, which is Destiny Warriors. No cover, no manual, but good game to play on one of my 3 PSPs. Okay, so let's move on to the Wii system. I had a great find at one of the recycling centers. Picked up Donkey Kong Jungle Beat for the Wii, the original Wii. Was pretty surprised to see that still sitting there. It was a weekend when I went there, and there was a stack of Wii games. Unfortunately, some of them were pretty generic, and this one is probably the best out of the lot that I picked up. It was complete, which I was a bit surprised because I did open a few of the other cases, and a lot of the discs were missing. But this one, the disc, the manual, everything was there, so I was pretty happy with that. Also there, in the stack of Wii games, was Marvel's Superhero Squad Comic Combat, and that works with the Wii Draw tablet, which I did pick up in one of my last hauls. So I grabbed that. Also there was a few Wii U games, not many, but I did pick up Batman 2 DC Superheroes. I don't know if it actually came with them. Oh yeah. So it comes with the manual and the disc, so that was pretty cool. I also picked up this Wii Draw, the Princess Edition. Comes with the tablet, the 2 games. Hasn't been really technically opened. They've opened it, checked that everything was in there, but the games are still shrink wrapped, and the tablet is still in its protective foam cover. I guess that's what they call it. I don't know. But yeah, so I've got the other Wii Draw, the original Wii Draw, and this one now to go with it. So I also picked up this for the iPad. It's a game changer, game board for the iPad. Apparently you put your iPad on here and you play games. I do have a fondness for kids stuff. I just think it's unique and different and something that not many people collect for. So I haven't had a go at this yet, so I might borrow my wife's iPad and try it out one. On the theme of kids games, I did pick up Moby Go. It's for by VTech. It's a bit like Leapfrog or the VTech console, except this is a handheld one. I did see the mobile Go device at a recyclable centre, and I forgot to ask the guy how much they wanted for it, and I also forgot that I picked this up for $2 at a charity shop. But I think if it's still there when I go back, I might see how much they want for it, and if it's not too expensive, I might pick it up as well. So obviously this is Ben 10 cartridge, and sealed and not used. Now let's move on to the PC side of things. Just picked up the sequel to Myst in this little cardboard box. I do have it in a jewel case box that I brought off somebody on eBay. It was the complete Myst collection, but I thought this was a little bit more cooler. It comes in this slide box, and it's got the manual and 5 discs in little sleeves with some pretty cool pictures on it. And that was only $4, and I thought that was a pretty good deal for what I was getting. Same place we picked up Myst, the sequel to Myst. We also picked up Where in Time is Carmen Sandiego. So I used to have this on the Tandy Coco 3. It came in a big black box with multiple discs and a big book about, telling you about, the history, and you had to look it up. So pretty happy with that. It is for Windows 98, so I don't know. I might have to use DOSBox to have a go at that one. Also picked up Sonic 3D. Originally when I first saw this, I thought this might have been a Dreamcast game, but it turns out it's just a Sonic on the standard PC, Windows 98. And as I said before, when I was showing you the PS2 collection, I also picked up Theme Park for the PC. Would love to have got it in its original box, but I got that as a start, and if I ever come across the big box version, I will replace it. Also, I picked up Warcraft Battle Chest. Not 100% sure why I picked this up, because it doesn't actually. I should have checked the discs, so I don't think it actually has the original discs in it. But I think I was more after the serial codes here, because I'm sure I'll eventually come across the proper stuff. Also picked up Luxor HD. It was only 50 cents, and yeah, I do enjoy this game, so I thought I'd pick it up. Okay, still moving on with the PC games. I also picked up just this little game called Hidden Expedition Everest. I think this is just one of those ones they put a picture up and they show you where to go. It was sealed, never opened, so it's complete. I just like the look of the box art, looked nice. Moving on to some of my better PC finds, I also found an unopened box of Evil Islands. This has never been opened. It looks like an RPG. Yeah, so I think this came out around 2000, in the early 2000s, and it's an RPG. So it looked interesting, I liked the box art, and it was completely sealed, so I was happy with that. I got a heap of stuff in a bundle, so I did get a bit of a discount on this game. One of my best finds, and I found this mainly for my wife's collection of sim games, was a big box version of the original Sims, Superstar, in box and complete. Once again, got this in a bundle deal, so I got a bit of a discount. Okay, sticking to the PC theme, I did pick up a couple of Windows XP operating systems for $2 for both of them. These are actually unused, so you never know when you need to install XP on something. So I grabbed those. Okay, so we're coming close to the end of the video here of my pickups. So I did pick up a Skyland Giant in box. I'm not sure. It just says Fighter Rider. Yeah, as you probably saw in one of my other pickup videos, I picked up a whole bag of them, and I couldn't resist this. I think this guy might actually glow in the dark, so I haven't actually really paid enough attention. Or it's one that you've got to paint yourself, but it does have that green glow in the dark kind of paint look, so I'm thinking that's what it might do. You actually do recognise this and have used this. Let me know if it does glow in the dark in the comment section down below. Moving on, I'm going to show you a few books that I picked up. First book I picked up was Codes and Cheats. Nice big book. It has a large collection of cheats and codes for a lot of devices right up to the PS3, the PSP, and a number of other things. A great find that I found that I couldn't believe I found, because these magazines are getting harder and harder to pick up these days, was a magazine full of coding. It has coding for the Micro B, it has coding for the Commodore 64, the VIC 20 I think, and one of the early Apple computers. So great find, very happy with that. Love to be able to find more of those. And lastly, I picked up this Player's Guide to Zelda for the Wii, Twilight Princess for the Wii. It was only $5, so that's pretty good. All I've got to do now is get it on the Wii. Well, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed seeing everything that I picked up in the month of March. If there's something in the video that you saw that caught your eye, which was a great find that I haven't realised, please let me know in the comments down below. I think the best find I found this month was this programming magazine. Pretty hard to come by, so I'm pretty pleased I picked that up. If you like this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell. I upload a new video every Friday. Don't forget to share this, as it will help the channel grow. And once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next week. Bye for now. You're back again. Yes, you're back again. If you turned around, this would be a much more interesting video.
Well, I don't have a bum hole, which is something.
Yeah.
I've just kind of got the top of a head and a tail.
Yeah.